Hello, my name is Kirk Moquin. I'm the co-founder and executive chairman of ERC. Welcome to our booth. I encourage you to spend a few minutes here to learn a bit about us, and I'm confident it's going to be worth your time. A quick overview of ERC. We're a 20-year-old startup based out of Jacksonville, Florida. We've got domestic facilities in Florida and Georgia. We've got a significant amount of work-at-home agents throughout the United States. We've got a nearshore facility in the Dominican Republic, and we've got offshore facilities in both India and South Africa. We handle every aspect of the customer lifecycle, from customer care to chat to tech support to early stage collections to late stage collections, and we really view ourselves as kind of a one-stop shop. So welcome, nice to see you, and hopefully we'll talk soon. There are many things I can talk about, but I'll focus just on a couple. Since starting this company, we've made a commitment to investing in technology tools and really smart people. And when you look at it, technology, data analytics, and strategy are all foundational pillars that we've built our company on. Our technology and strategy ecosystem has a good balance between both proprietary tech that we've developed and also partnering with the right outside firms to help us fill in the blanks and continue to raise the bar. An important part to point out from our perspective, to really be a tech-focused business, you have to have an ironclad commitment to investing a lot of money when you're innovating, because some ideas just don't work. I don't know anyone that successfully implemented every single idea they have or pursue. So when we're allocating capital for technology budgets, we certainly look at part of the tech spend as research and development, because that's really what it is. You innovate, you come up with great ideas, you come up with a good project plan, but even the best computer scientists in the world will tell you sometimes when you get to the end of the project, you get a different result than you thought, or things weren't as well as you thought they were going to be, or anything kind of in between. Another big differentiator for ERC is just the culture and environment we've created that really encourages innovation throughout the organization, regardless of the department. We've got a dedicated data analytics and kind of quant team that does a lot of the heavy lifting, but every leader from every department within ERC knows you better have a crazy idea generation team inside of your department, because you never know where the next best idea is going to come from. And we looked at it as, if we employed thousands and thousands of really smart people, even though there's one department whose core function is that, you'd be surprised by how many incredible ideas just start coming from all different aspects of the organization. And that's a lot of where our innovation has been driven over the years. Clearly, the more automation and efficiencies companies are going to drive and be able to disrupt their business, whether you're a credit grantor or a servicer. I think the key to AI and machine learning evolving, especially in our industry, is user interfaces need to become much better so non-technical people can use them, and not just someone who's a data scientist. And I think when this happens, that's really when you're going to see innovation just exploding all over the place. Early adopters such as ERC, who've made it their business to learn and really stay up to date with the technology that's available, and also who are able to financially invest the kind of money you need to execute your ideas, are going to grab more business and more share over the next coming years. Ultimately, when AI and machine learning do get this silver bullet user interface, I think they're just going to be built in and become part of the CRMs of the future. And when that happens, what you're going to have, what you're going to see then is, by then, I think you're going to have early adopters shifting gears and starting to innovate and play with, upcoming technologies such as quantum computing. And that's just a whole different conversation, what quantum will eventually do to the industry as well. We are excelling and will continue to in the future, just because of the mindset and culture we have at our company. We believe in lifelong learning, trailblazing, and getting uncomfortable. That's the only way you can grow, is by shedding your old skin. And there's, 100 other things I could talk about, but I think from a foundational standpoint, those three things are the most important, because if you don't have the right mindset, and if you don't have the right culture, and if you don't have that grit and know-how and experience, you just, I think like a lot of things, you might be able to be pretty good, or you might be able to get by, but you're never going to excel or be great at it. And that's, again, something that we've done from day one. And that's why we really look at ourselves as a 20-year-old startup. I think if creditors don't elect to do business with forward-thinking, tech-focused BPOs, they're not going to be able to provide their customers the level of service they ultimately want, deserve, and demand. And it doesn't matter if you're talking about today's consumers. I think even more so for the consumers coming of age in a few years, who have literally been born into and have grown up in this technology-enabled civilization. Their only reality are technological tools that are fast, efficient, and easy to use. So I believe the differences, between consumer debt collections and customer care, people talk a lot about this. Is it collections or is it outsourcing? At ERC, we consider it all BPO. It's the whole life cycle of a customer, and whether it's customer care, early stage collections, or late stage collections, those are just different cycles within the customer's journey. So in our opinion, these lines have been getting blurred for years, where although there's different terminology and there's different metrics and there's certainly different strategies, at the end of the day, our entire industry is really customer service. And when we take a look at customer service, I guess I'll focus on, a couple terms in the outsourcing industry. You heard of the terms, Net Promoter Score, CSAT. Those were effective measures for an old era, but those metrics are so outdated. And in my opinion, they're going to be replaced sooner versus later with a more holistic view of really how consumers feel and what their sentiment is about a brand. We also hear clients talk a lot about voice of the customer, and I don't think many organizations have leveraged the current existing technologies that are out there when servicing clients, customers, to really deliver the best tool that they want. And when we think of creditors embracing, the kind of companies they want to do business with, that's where ERC, not only we've been leaders in innovation for the last couple decades, but I think with our current mindset, we're certainly somebody who doesn't get stuck on what we did yesteryear, because that really doesn't matter. I think we live in the most exciting time ever to be alive, even with the strange times we're in right now. I think we're going to get through all that. And if you're looking at things higher level and bigger picture, I can't imagine a better time to be alive, especially be in this country, and especially with just all the technology that's readily available. So I think it's just like a lot of things. I think, as you're a creditor looking who you want to align your customers with and how they're going to manage them best, you've got to look at a lot of different things inside of a company. But one of them's got to be, on top of compliance and financial health and security. It's really what have they done with their tech stack, and what have they done over the years, and how have they evolved with all these incredible exponential technologies? Because I'm not saying it's too late for anyone to jump in and do, but there's a learning curve. You can't just say, hey, I want to get into AI and think you're going to execute it in a year. You can't get into machine learning and think you're going to do it fast. Like, from our experience, it takes twice as long and it costs 3 times as much as you think it's going to be. So I think for us, why creditors should be looking at these types of companies and embracing them is just for everything I've just said. And if they really want to fast forward, bring in the best customer experience to their consumers, you got to go with somebody that's already been doing it for a while.